Well, hello there. My name's Ty Cook, this is Sue, and we want to take you on a classroom tour and show you all around my brand new classroom. It's a whole new setup, a whole new year, and I can't wait to show you guys. The very first thing students notice when they come into my room is the flags for going for the gold. And this is a classroom reward and management system that's in my TPT store. And I've done this for 3 or 4 years now, and we are about to kick it off for the new school year, and I absolutely love it. This is where I display my gold medalist every week. So that is my outstanding student from each class, and of course we're talking about what does that mean and what are the qualities of an outstanding student. And each week we pick an outstanding student in every class period, and I make a phone call home and they get a reward and they can earn points for their country. So let's take a look inside. This school year my classroom looks a lot different, and if you've been following me on Instagram, you know that I got a brand new ceiling and a brand new sprinkler system over the summer. So we had to take literally everything down and out of our classrooms, which was a lot of work, but the nice thing about it is kind of had me rethinking where I have everything and how it looks, and a whole new start coming into this school year. And now that I've got it set up, I am absolutely in love with my new classroom. And I really added a lot of lights. I've done that over the past 2 years, just all of these extra lights, because the overhead lights really hurt my eyes. And I do have cloud covers, but our new lights, my cloud covers used to slide into those, and they don't. So I'm trying to figure out how to hang those. But until then, we've just been dimming the lights, and I added all of these fairy lights, and I'm linking these down in the comments or in the description, and they're from Amazon. If you are looking for something to really change your room and you don't want to spend a ton of money, this is a lot of bang for your buck, because 2 strands of these, they're each $39, wrapped my entire ceiling. And I have a really big classroom, so that's a lot. You could do this in like a kid's room. It is really cool. So let me show you with the lights out. So you can see I love having the lights off like this. And during the school day, I do have my blinds open, so I'm getting sunlight in here and natural light. So it is not this dark for sure. But this really helps, I feel like, set the mood and the tone. Students are a lot calmer. It's a lot less hectic and crazy when we've got it dimmed. And I know personally, I just feel better, my eyes feel better, and I don't get headaches as much because I just really do not like those overhead fluorescent lights. But I absolutely love these lights and what they did to the classroom. And I'm also linking, if you look on the smart board and on my desk, these right there are 6-foot lights, and I'm linking those as well. And I love these. So every light that you see has a remote control, and they also can change colors and sync to your music. So if your theme is like pink or green or yellow or rainbow, it can do all of that for you. And this is what it looks like with my students. A little brighter with the sunlight, but you get the idea. So let me take you on a tour and show you some of the highlights of my classroom. As you walk in, I do have brooms here because part of our daily routine is we sweep around our desks and homeroom, and during dismissal, we try to keep our room really clean, but also we're trying to keep everything off the ground because my class pets, the bunnies, do run around when students aren't in here, so we want to keep it clean for them. This over here is proof that I teach middle school, and I didn't want to clean anything up for y'all because, I mean, I'm just letting it be real. This is not a highlight reel. That's what it looks like in middle school. And we're gonna have to work on our binders. But as you walk into the door, this is my blue mailbox. This has all of the student assignments and all of their missing and makeup work. And y'all, this thing is linked in the description, and this is the single greatest classroom organization tool that you could possibly buy. It's $30 to $40, and this has lasted me now. It's my 5th year with this. And I number every assignment, and then I put them in here when I have the extra copies, and it's labeled, and these are just little Velcro dots so they can come off. And then I pop on the next set of numbers. But like, for instance, you can see here's my warm-ups, and that's supposed to be numbered, and it's not because it's the beginning of the school year. Let's go down to the measurement lab that we just did this week. You can see that it's number 7. So students know when they look on the board, if they missed a day, that's where they need to go to get their makeup work. And that just really keeps it easy, especially when students need another copy or for whatever reason. So moving on, I've got student supplies right here where they can come and get what they need. We've got our Chromebook cleaner and the dirty towel bin, and that's really nice. I bought this alcohol spray. They spray it onto the cloth itself, not the screen, and they can sanitize their Chromebooks because that keeps them nice and clean. And I love my life science topic posters. I've added this science sign, and that is part of my classroom signs bundle. So if you like all of these signs, I've put them all together for y'all, and it is in my TPT store now. I love this, but first let me take a selfie because we are about to start cells right after we finish up the scientific method, and I just absolutely love the beginning of the school year. But these topic posters I made myself, and these images I don't own the rights to, so I can't put those on TPT, but you can see what they look like, and they're just in Google Slides, and we have a poster printer maker. And then of course I put the big question because I kind of wanted to focus on what are we going to teach throughout the year and what are students going to leave my class knowing. And we teach everything from the scientific method and cells to the human body, to ecology and the human impact on Earth, genetics and heredity, which is a lot of fun, the geologic time scale, and then we've got biomes and ecosystems and food webs and all of that. So over here in the middle, this is brand new. And first of all, y'all, some of you elementary teachers are probably gonna gasp or faint in shock, but this is my very first bulletin board I have ever made. Like ever, because this is where my smartboard was last year, and I had them move it over to the front wall so more students could be close to it, and it just made a lot more sense. So I painted this whole thing black with paint, and then I covered it in the middle with this fabric from Hobby Lobby. And I am loving this buffalo plaid, and this is where I'm gonna let students drop in some shout outs, which is great things they saw other students do that deserve recognition, and then I'm going to put some of those notable ones over here. And I've got a little jar I'll show you in a second where students can drop those nice, amazing things into there. I have continued my travel theme this school year, and if you've been following me, you know I absolutely love to travel. So I really wanted to infuse what my passions are into my classroom more so than a theme. And we're at our classroom so much. I like to enjoy being in my classroom and feel like it's my home because we do spend so much time here. And I want my students to really feel at home and safe and like they really love where we come to school every day. So I've got my travel map where I scratch off all the places I've been and some photos. One thing that I've really loved this school year about my desk is I took black fabric, and this is just hot glue and Velcro strips, and I covered all of this stuff underneath. And this alone has really changed how my desk looks because all those cords are hidden, all the stuff that I'm hiding, all of that's out of view, and it was really cheap to do all of that. Back here you can see on my back wall, all of these things are from Hobby Lobby, literally everything on the wall right here, and they're all hung with command strips except for this shelf. It does have 2 screws, don't tell my school. But 2 screws because I was afraid it would fall, plus command strips. And these are all the hook and groove command strips. And a lot of people asked about that specifically on Instagram. And it's the hook and groove ones, and you really do need to wash down your walls. So I used a magic eraser. And that seemed to really help get everything to stick because there was a layer of dust. And when you get rid of that, hot glue sticks a lot better, the command strips stick a lot better. So I absolutely love that. And then I've got my Get Your Teach On Berto & Co. bag, which I love. I went to Get Your Teach On this summer. And I've got my Gryffindor banner that I got from Harry Potter World at Universal this summer. And I also have some of my favorite books of all time. Some ones that have really inspired me as a teacher. I've got Kim Bearden's book, Crash Course and Talk to Me. I've got Hope and Wade King's book, The Wild Card, Happy Teachers Change the World. Ron Clark, this is my favorite book of his, which is The End of Molasses Classes. And of course I've got his Essential 11 and so many more, but this I love because these are the books that have really made a difference in my career and just really kept me positive. And here's Joseph. So all the things that are important to me in my classroom, and that's what I really wanted to do this school year, is just kind of infuse that in there. And there's the view from my desk. And see, again, this gives me anxiety. So I'm gonna find a way to fix that. Maybe cover it up with a curtain or something. But, okay, so you can see that when you look at the classroom from my desk, there's a lot going on, which is how I like it. These are all the extra credit projects and my photo memories and all that type of stuff. And my house crest, which is all Turismo. But I really wanted my classroom to be very focused because I want students not to be distracted and overwhelmed. And I've learned a lot about trauma responsive classrooms. And, you know, that's something that's really new to me. And I'm trying to keep things really focused. And on this front wall, when students are learning and I'm teaching from up here, that's what my goal was. And I know there's still stuff up here, but it is a lot more calm and subdued, you can kind of tell. And that was intentional, and I really think that I'm loving how it turned out. Look at these quote posters over here. This is also in my TPT store, and these are some inspirational quotes that I turned into quote posters. And I absolutely love them. So many great sayings to just kind of keep me inspired and in a positive headspace. This is my help desk where students can come over and get help and they can bring their work with them. And this is really great because it keeps distractions lower, because instead of me being at the table distracting everyone, they can come over here and get one-on-one help. And that's really always worked for me. This is from Walmart, all of that is. And most of the stuff that I have in my classroom is from Hobby Lobby, Marshalls, a little bit of Target, and Walmart, and of course Amazon, because Amazon is life. Those letters are from Hobby Lobby right there, and I absolutely love them. And this is one of my favorite things in my classroom. I had a rolling cart, as you can see right here, and I wanted to teach from it, and I love this because it has storage underneath, but I've hidden it all. I'm going to show you, because look, there's all this stuff going on, but it's so great because it rolls and I can move it easily, but I wanted it to be something that had to do with what I teach, and that's the geologic timescale. So this is all fabric from Hobby Lobby. And I wrapped it, that's hot glue and Velcro strips. So literally, I just took it, folded it over, hot glued it, put a Velcro strip on, and that is connected to the top of it. And that's that. It was very easy. So if you want to do it, you could do so many things like that, and I think it looks really good. And here are two of the cutest bunnies in the entire world. This is Sue. And the baby does not have a name yet because I'm letting my students name this baby, but she is one of Sue's babies. The dad is next door in the other science classroom, and Sue had 3 babies this summer, and I decided to keep this little one, and she is so cute, and they are attached at the hip. But I'll link this cage in the classroom, in the description, because this gives them so much room. It's really easy to clean, and it's really affordable. And what I love about it is it's on wheels. It's got storage down here, and it's 4 stories, and they're both litter box trained, so it keeps all the litter down there. And I just love it because we let them run around the classroom, like in the morning and at lunch, but this way they have a lot of room to hop around at night when I'm not here. Here's my going for the gold scoreboard. Like I was saying, this is my classroom reward system, and I'll have a whole video coming about this, but this is how I get my groups in a team spirit and really competing and just lifting each other up, and I love it. And you can see around my classroom, I have all of the flags and group names around, and it's probably one of my favorite things I've ever done. And the kids really love it, and we learn about other countries and science, so you don't have to be in social studies to do that. But it's like the spirit of the Olympics in my classroom, and we're going to be kicking this off next week, and I'll be sharing more about that. And then back here on the back counter, I've got my extra credit projects and lots of storage, which I love. And, oh, I almost skipped. Willow is in here hiding. You probably won't be able to see her because she is a little more skittish than Sue is and her baby. But Willow is our guinea pig, and she is so cute. She does love to be held after you get her out. But I will also be sharing more about my class pets and how I structure all that and how to pick them out and all of those great tips. But another thing we have coming up soon, I'll be streaming this on YouTube, live streaming my incubator, and we hatch out eggs every single year, and we have a chicken coop outside in our garden. We have 15 raised bed gardens, and we've got a chicken coop, and we hatch these at the beginning of the school year, and students get to see them grow and develop, and then start laying eggs in the spring. So we kind of come full circle. And it's great because it's connected to our state standards and everything we're learning here. So we'll have eggs in there coming soon on Tuesday. And then these are our caterpillars that have already started to go through metamorphosis. And you can see they are in their cocoons. So we've been making observations, but these are from Ward Science. And they have like an entire kit that literally you get a box. They've got the caterpillars in there, you've got the food, you have everything you need, and there's even a butterfly net that I'm going to put all of these into very soon. And then they hatch out and we let them go in the garden. So this is another really cool thing that I do with my students at the beginning of the school year. I'm House Altruismo. That's the Ron Clark Academy house system, and they have so many great resources online that we're using this year. But I went there last year, and we were able to bring back the house system to our school, and that's something I'd love to share about more also, but this is our house motto, work hard, give hard. So I put that above the classroom door. And then, of course, we celebrate birthdays here. We've got a brand new month, and I've got to put all the birthdays up. I've got all of my memories and some more to come up here. And again, these are the fairy lights, and they wrapped around my board twice, one set. So they can also be just taped up there. So they're very light, and it made it so easy to hang, which I love. And then as you come over here, I've got my cell phone attendance station, and this is also on TPT, and I love it. But any of these blue signs that you're seeing, they're all in my classroom bundle, and you can change these out. I did it all black and white, so that way it's easy to print at the school. But you can change this out to any color you want. So if your classroom theme is pink or yellow or orange, you can kind of make it your own. But I did blue just to kind of maintain consistency, and I love the color blue. But this is my cell phone attendance station. And so This is from Amazon, which I'm linking down below. And there's also these USB charging strips. And so students, when they come into my classroom, are allowed to have their phones at school. But when they bring them into my classroom, we put them in here. And so each desk has a number on it. You can see right there in the corner. And so that's their number that they're going to use for headphones down here, their Chromebook, and then their attendance. So as we're coming in, they mark their attendance by either putting their cell phone in here, or they put one of these present cards. And I've got all of the present cards are usually down here. And so once we start class, I know that they're here because there's something in every pocket. And then the ones that are missing are students who are absent. But what I love about this too is that they are allowed to bring a USB charging cord, and they can plug into this strip right here. And y'all know students are always looking for an outlet. So this is great because they get to charge their phone, they're powered off, we have less interruptions in class, and that means that we're able to focus and really have a good class. And then at the end of class, we just come pull them out and we're good to go. So this has been working really well this year. Of course, you have to go over ground rules, and every day as they walk in, I'm telling them to make sure they're marking their attendance. But it is really working and I'm loving it. And that is in my TPT store if you're interested, along with the links down below. And then this is where they can send notes to me if they need to tell me something. And maybe they don't want to tell me in person, or we're busy, or they're shy. And then here are the shout outs. So the shout outs to recognize other students doing something amazing. And then I'll put them up on the shout outs board. So I think that is most of everything. I'm going to link anything I can think of that I've used in my classroom that I'm really loving. Most of them are from Amazon, and you can check them out below. And if there's something you're curious about, ask in the comments. Let me know your questions, and I will definitely answer them. Make sure you subscribe to my channel because I'm going to be posting so many more videos. I would love to be showing y'all some lessons that I'm doing in class, along with all about my classroom pets, technology, science labs and experiments, and classroom management. So I definitely have lots of videos coming your way, and I know that we're about to get into the Giving Garden. And that's something I get a lot of questions about, which is how did I start it and fund it and build it, and how do we run it? So I will be posting more soon, and I am so excited to get going. And I would love to know anything that you would love to see me talk about down below. So make sure you're commenting and asking questions. And I hope that everybody is having an incredible school year, and I will see you guys soon.